Enough is the latest single from Sarah Reeves, a track that is connecting with so many fans. The song is officially released on May 3rd. Sarah, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Rudy.
So the whole song is going to be released officially on Friday the 3rd, but you released it earlier this year. Tell me a little bit about releasing that part of it and how it's been connecting with fans.
I did. I was in California on the beach on January 1st this year, and I'm like, I need to post something. And so I pulled out this demo that I just wrote this song like a couple months prior to that, and it wasn't even complete. And I posted the chorus, and it went viral. And I'm like, oh my gosh, now I have to finish it and release it. And so I kept kind of like posting the demo and the same thing that happened, just like lots of comments and shares and people relating to the song, which, is a good problem to have when you have something finished and then you're like, oh shoot, now I have to actually finish this and release it. So it's finally coming. Everyone's been asking for the release date. It's finally here this Friday.
There's a lot of questions in the song as far as like who told you this, who made you believe this. Was this out of a conversation that you had maybe with yourself, or was it a conversation you had with somebody else that it was a light bulb moment of like, this is not just a one person conversation, but this is just a general theme that so many people, can take away from?
Yeah. I mean, all of the above. I've definitely had moments where certain people have said things to me that I have believed those lies and these insecurities would come up. And I'm like, am I enough? And this song specifically came from me going through a major life change a couple years ago. I went through a divorce after being with my partner for a total of 13 years. And I just like didn't know who I was. And I was like, can I do live my life alone? Like, can I be independent? Because I had only ever known me with another human. And so I didn't think I was enough. And then I heard this quote that says, nothing changes in the moment, but when you look back, everything's different. And that's how I feel is looking back on these last 2 years. There would be moments where I felt like I was taking these little baby steps, and then I'd take this major step back, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But then looking back, I'm like, wow, I've accomplished so much in my life as a single woman, and I have traveled to so many places, and I love who I am, and I have this new confidence. And so I hope that, in my story, it can inspire other people that might be in the same situation, or maybe they have a dream in their heart and they're like, man, I'm so afraid. I don't think I can do this. But you truly can do anything you set your mind to if you really believe in yourself. And so I just hope that it impacts people and shows them that they are truly more than enough.
Because it's one of those things where everyone can identify whether it's something you said to yourself, a parent, a significant other, a sibling, a boss, a teacher, like it doesn't matter who. Everybody has these thoughts that are going through their mind. Anybody can relate to this, can take a piece or the whole song, but at least a piece from it, and maybe reflect on themselves.
Yes, I really hope so. Thank you for saying that.
Oh, of course. Let's talk a little bit. Get Back Your Fight, which was another big hit of yours that you took fans on the whole journey of recording that process, and you reimagined the song recently.
Yeah, I did. I did. That song has been, it's been an anthem in my life, and I've been kind of traveling all over the country doing it at radio stations and just seeing the impact that it's made. And so we decided to make different versions for it. So there's actually 4 new versions that just came out on the EP. So there's 2 remixes, and there's an acoustic version and a cinematic version. That is my favorite. And there as well.
and,
So if you get bored with the original, you can go to any of those other versions and listen to another
and it's also depending,
reimagined.
people love the message, but depending on your mood, you might want something, with a different tempo, or, it might just fit your mood better, but you at least want to get that same message across.
Yeah, exactly. That's the idea.
As far as like your DMs and messages, and when people get the chance to meet you, are you surprised by who's connecting with your music? Whether it's maybe men, women, an older generation, younger kids, or maybe someone who you're like, oh my goodness, like I had no idea that like this song impacted you as much as it did.
Yeah, I'm always surprised, because it's just, I feel like sometimes I'm in my own world and my own bubble in these studios making this music, and you hope that it speaks to people. But when I am actually getting comments and messages and even playing these songs live and I see them singing the songs back to me, I'm like, what? You know the music? It's always such a shock and always kind of weird. But yeah, I have gotten, especially in the last year and a half with Get Back Your Fight and now this song, I've gotten a lot of people that are just in really dark places. And they're like, thank you for writing these songs. Because I mean, even people that were facing suicide and thinking about ending their life, you know, it's like, and then they hear the song and they're like, I changed my mind after I heard the song. And I'm like, wow, that's heavy. And if even if it just saves that one person, it would be worth it.
But you see how deep hurtful words can go and how far and how positive words can have the same effect just in the other way, just how quickly you can, shift your mindset.
Exactly. I think people just need it, you know, in a world where there's so much negativity right now and just so much noise. And it's
Yeah.
like people are drawn to positivity right now. And I think uh, you know, it's so easy, especially with social media, to compare and to, you know, to just kind of get in our heads and get in these heavy, dark spaces mentally. And when they come across a video of mine or a song on the radio or whatever, like hopefully they hear just this like positivity that they're drawn to, and it really turns them around.
Yeah, because I mean, it's negative story after negative story after things you can control, things you can't control, and kind of having that beacon of light that you're like, okay, wait a minute, let me take a quick breath. So that's what I love about your music.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Wonderful. Well, Sarah, thank you so much for your time today. More Than Enough coming out on May 3rd. Go ahead and check it out on streaming. Definitely go check out her other tracks, as well too. And Get Back Your Fight. We got a couple of different remixes and versions of that song as well too. And always wonderful to chat with you.
Awesome. Likewise. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.